So I'll go quickly on these things now. I think we have like a good understanding
Yeah,
of how DAOs are really. So basically, here are two important things here to understand in this slide. As just like in case of DAO, when you just decentralize your system, there are two core pillars of a DAO. One is governance, which I have explained, like what kind of decision making, how it should happen, how you really invite more contributors, how you have open dialogue kind of system. Then you have this treasury sort of system, because when you just exit to the community, you're giving the treasury to the community, right? So you have this war chest of, I would say, treasury. Then how it is going to get allocated, and the governance is basically taking decisions how to deploy the treasury. So these are the core pillars. And this is like a good example of Yearn Finance. So it's not something we were just discussing. Like a lot of these organizations are running like this. And if you just see, like Wi-Fi is like a true kind of Bitcoin. Everyone says, basically there is no pre-mining kind of thing. You can just search this thing. Like when you launch certain sort of protocol as a DAO or certain thing or token, you just have certain shares to the team, like the early team. But this is like a fair launch. In crypto community it is called fair launch. So Andre is the person behind this, and he just created this system. You can learn more about what Yearn Finance basically do. But in short, they have created the system of automation in terms of strategies deployment, and then you can earn a lot of yield using Wi-Fi. And then they have this Wi-Fi governance token around it, and they also, like take some performance fees, I would say. So in short, but the underlying organization, how it is working, they have created multiple hubs for achieving certain things. They have in place like forum proposals. You can go to their discourse. You can see, like how the governance is happening, basically how they are taking the proposals, how the dialogue is happening, how you can upvote it. So it's a open kind of model. Nothing is like happening close the doors. You can just see, learn, and that's why you can just learn very fast. So that is the real example of Wi-Fi. What exactly they're working on. And then this is the another example, Shapeshift. Why I've included this example is, so Shapeshift is an entity which dissolved its entire Web2 sort of entity, right? They have just created this entity in, I think, in US. They dissolved it completely, and they just created a full kind of DAO. They just worked on a full kind of DAO. So there is a very interesting podcast on Bankless. You can see where you can just, Eric Vorus is the founder of Shapeshift. You can just look at it and you'll understand what exactly I'm saying. So basically they also have this DAO kind of model, where DAO are deciding like what kind of work streams should be there, what kind of partnerships we are really making, and if we are making certain partnerships, how we can generate some revenue from those partnerships. Then you have like work streams there, and then you have individual side of contributors. So it's a very it's a DAO 2.0 kind of model, where just running your entire organization in a open kind of manner. So that is something which is happening real time. You can just see Shapeshift website. Even you can just see there, when the governance just happened, like they have written all the things. You can just learn from a lot of things from it. So then we can just think of, like end of the day, DAOs is all about like its members. How basically you can create a mechanism where you have more contributors, you have more voters, you have more supporters in terms of your major sort of goal. So ENS is like the most active. I would say they have like pretty active community. You can just see it. So Deep DAO is the tool. You can just see these stats. You can just go very deep into DAOs in short. These are other sort of DAOs. You can see like the number of active members in these, and it's huge, right? You can't just expect this kind of number in these early stages. Like you are an active member of certain organization. That is not that easily can happen. So then this is, I already talked about the D2D opportunity, where the two DAOs are communicating with each other. But B2D is also a very big opportunity. So let's say you provide certain kind of service. Maybe it's a centralized kind of service, or a very specific, specialist kind of service you're giving. And then how will you really, talk to DAO? So imagine you're running a company, and now you want to take certain tender from the government. What you will do, you will propose certain thing, and there will be multiple parties proposing something to the governance, right? And then the government will decide, okay, this party has this background, this is the basic, teams there, and then they'll decide it. How about it is happening, entirely like in an open kind of system through forums. And you can just see, like in this example, Robert Lushner is the founder of Compound Protocol. So then you can just see, like how these companies are just fighting, or I would say like a saying like we are the best, or we can just do this, and open kind of proposal is happening. So it's a very interesting example. I really like it, like B2D, B2 DAO model, business to DAO in short.